Welcome to the presentation of the Project Management Office of Delhaize, Serbia. The presenter and the head of our department is Mr. Vladimir Vujovic. The narrators will be all our dear colleagues that make up this amazing PMO team. Join us on a voyage of what and who we are. From our humble beginnings, continuous improvement, sacrifice and dedication that gave birth to concrete results, while at the same time making sure we had fun the whole way. This journey will last about 50 minutes. Get ready to sail. It all started in 1867 when the Delhaize brothers opened a wholesale grocery business in Charleroi, Belgium, and chose the lion, the symbol of strength, as their logo. 20 years later, in the Netherlands, Albert Heijn and his wife opened a small grocery store in Oostzaan that would form the roots of Ahold. Albert Heijn advertised his goods as cheap enough for the man on the street and good enough for the millionaire. Innovation has been a part of our DNA since the beginning. The Delhaize brothers and Albert Heijn pioneered the use of their own branded products, from biscuits and coffee to wine and peanut butter, and introduced the concept of self-service, low markup shopping to a wider audience. The founders and leaders of our local brands again and again have turned change and challenges into major opportunities for success. Today, Ahold Delhaize is one of the world's largest food retail groups, a leader in supermarkets and e-commerce, and a company at the forefront of sustainable retailing. Our family of great local brands serves over 50 million customers each week, with 6,769 stores worldwide and 372,000 people. The Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, are a collection of 17 global goals set by the United Nations General Assembly in 2015 for the year 2030. The SDGs are a part of Resolution 71 of the United Nations General Assembly. Ahold Delhaize is among the industry leaders in the food and staples retailing sector for the third consecutive year. Ahold Delhaize achieved an overall score of 72 out of 100, well above the sector average of 35. Within the industry, Ahold Delhaize was particularly recognized for health and nutrition, operational eco-efficiency, and occupational health and safety. With over $70 billion in sales in 2018, we operate multiple local brands in the United States, Belgium, Holland, Czech Republic, Romania, Greece, Portugal, Indonesia, and Serbia. Delhaize Serbia is the #1 food retailer in the country with over 400 stores, 12,720 employees, proudly servicing 1.2 million customers every month. We operate with 3 separate banners, Shop & Go, Maxi, and Tempo. This provides us with different formats of stores, from local convenience markets all the way up to hypermarkets. From opening the first modern supermarket in Serbia in the late 50s, building our new distribution center to ensure our dedication to fresh produce, and joining the Ahold Delhaize family in 2016, our Leading Together strategy launched in November 2018. This strategy provides a framework for success, leveraging both our scale and local strength. It guides our decisions and defines shared values and promises, while giving our great local brands the flexibility to best serve their customers, associates, and communities. Our project management offices ensure that this strategy is implemented in a timely manner to remain relevant in a time of fast-paced changes within the food retail industry. Our department strategy and digital development answers directly to the CEO of Delhaize Serbia. Our unit within our department encompasses PMO, BCM, and strategy. Making a unique combination of 3 intertwining and complementary disciplines. Strategy, we guide and define our company's mid- and long-term goals. Business continuity management, or BCM, making sure our business is protected from interruption or minimizing the effects of the same. And finally, PMO as a methodology to ensure the successes of the goals we set in front of ourselves and to execute on tasks set forth by the strategy and BCM.
And the journey continues in our project management office as well. A never-ending story of continuous improvements and endless drive in a quest for perfection. Our journey takes us back to 2014-2015, when the project management foundation has been laid down. Although, back then, project managers were scattered around the company without true leadership and alignment in goals and objectives. There have been signs that a dedicated PMO needs to be established and the organization needs to mature in its understanding of project management and why is that crucial for the acceleration of the business. The first steps were misaligned in understanding despite the fact that the project management office has been established. The individual project managers were still directed by line managers. Reporting and guidance were ad hoc and not completely aligned with strategy. It was more filling the blanks approach rather than a value-creating proposition. We consider 2016 as the next step in an evolution, where Project Management Office starts its journey by centralizing all project managers and laying down the first layers of Project Management Office. First outlines of true project management start to emerge by publishing the first governance documents that have been aligned with the executive management. This period can be best described as picking up speed and accelerating change for better as for the Project Management Office as well as for the business in total. Significant efforts have been focusing in this period on further definition of basic project management and Project Management Office way of work, yet not fully aligned with the way of work of the organization. 2017-2018. This period of the journey could be described as renaissance of the Project Management Office. 2017 was the year when Project Management Office became a true partner of all and fully supported by executive team. In this period, an array of positive changes have been observed, from improving the governance model by fully aligning the way of work with the project management body of knowledge and PMI standards of project management. Furthermore, the project definition was refined. Process flow diagram is not contained in the project management framework, but it's a separate project management procedure designed to describe detailed steps in all of the project management process groups: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and of course, closing. Project management templates have been updated. Alignment of wording and definition with project management standards. Alignment of the list of departments used for project coding. Adaptation of the project management lifecycle. Graphical, wording, and visual enhancements. All in all, an extensive work has been done on project prioritization definitions. The project portfolio of Delhaize Serbia has been segmented in 3 segments: strategic initiatives, projects of strategic importance, internal projects. Project requirements criteria have been further refined and made sure that we don't miss any significant change in our business that needs to be supported. An even more important part of this period were refinements of the PMO vision and mission. Of course, the only constant in this world is change, and in line with this mantra, we have defined specific improvement areas to address. PM methodology not applied on whole project portfolio within the company. Project Management Office role not well known and understood. Project management process and procedure not covering all segments of project lifecycle. A need for template standardization and development of additional templates. A need for more efficient project resource management. Change management not fully structured and standardized. Communication related to projects not regular and standardized. Need for more transparency and increase in project management culture. Need to have project management standards understood, accepted, and applied throughout the company. A need for regular trainings on project management. And the project closing phase in practice fully aligned with procedure. And yes, we have worked on them in 2018, covering all major improvement areas by clearly structured governance, transition from day-to-day response approach to project approach, resource management, performance measurement, top-to-bottom communication and dissolvement, capacity building, trainings on methodology and tools, PM community build-up, communication, portals, open doors, and introduced awards. Solidify reporting on all strategic initiatives, deep structuring of all strategic initiatives in line with project management methodology, project charters, project teams, communications, KPI tracking. And build implementation plan, involve all relevant stakeholders, implement business continuity plan. Most significant contribution of PMO in 2018 was the facilitation of the 2019 strategic initiatives, definition that has been done on multiple levels and formats. PMO has interviewed all key stakeholders on major deliverables of projects defined in 2018, as well as on expectations for the upcoming period. After all inputs have been compiled, a workshop has been organized by the Project Management Office where group guidance has been conveyed and incorporated within 2019 strategic initiatives and fully aligned with top management and senior leadership from all departments inside Delhaize, Serbia. Highlighting all changes and recognized improvement areas in this year, we must emphasize that this year was a year when Project Management Office as a team inside a fast-pacing and turbulent industry has been established as a strategic, vigilant area that facilitates change, a valuable partner in fulfilling project management objectives, and a go team for advice and guidance. 2019. Summarizing the phases and timelines, we have scattered, non-aligned, non-measured, no methodology, no project management tools or templates in 2014 and 15. We have an established project management office, yet still scattered and performance is not consistent. Basic tools in place in 2016. To valuable partner that drives change, drives culture change, recognized and valued, along with PMBOK, facilitates strategy and delivers trainings in 2017 and 2018. And we are left with the future is our strength in 2019.
Let me explain the what's, who's, and how's of our PMO. In Delhaize, Serbia, an activity or a group of interrelated activities must be organized as a project if it meets at least two of the following requirements. First, planned duration is longer than 3 months. Second, planned effort must exceed 100 man-days. And third, minimum 2 different departments are involved. Based on these criteria, activities or group of interrelated activities are formed into projects and, as part of the Delhaize Serbia project portfolio, monitored and controlled as described in our procedure. The project portfolio of the Delhaize Serbia is segmented into 3 different groups: strategic initiatives, projects of strategic importance, and internal projects. I will explain a bit about each of them. Strategic initiatives are projects or programs which are of highest strategic importance to the company. These are being selected each year by the executive committee and aligned with Ahold Delhaize Group. Each of the strategic initiatives has initiative leader, a senior manager who is a director or vice president, appointed by the executive committee to lead the initiative. Project Management Office provides support to the initiative leader through following: appointment of a project management officer to support the initiative in everyday activities, support in monitoring, controlling, and reporting on the initiative, and other activities in agreement with initiative leader and respective sponsor. Projects of strategic importance are those that have fulfilled the requirement criteria, or, due to their high importance for the company business and required higher transparency and support, have been classified as project as per approval by authorized body, which is Executive Committee. These projects are directly aligned with the strategy and are, in most cases, either derived from strategic initiatives or are in direct correlations with them. They can either emerge from requirements of Delhaize Serbia business or a result of group effort on standardization of platforms and procedures. These projects have major impact on business and require substantial engagement of human, financial, and other resources. The third segment of the Delhaize Serbia project portfolio is a group of internal projects. This is the most diverse project segment as it is composed of different projects of medium and smaller scale, as well as projects of shorter duration and various other initiatives and project proposals hardly uniformed under one single criteria. Within this group are also departmental projects. We can also divide our projects into two different groups based on their impact. This way, we have local and group projects. The local ones impact only Delhaize Serbia, and group projects impact more operational companies within Ahold Delhaize Group. So let's spend some time talking about the team that makes the Project Management Office of Delhaize Serbia. What really stands out is the range of industries and interests all of us have. These individuals are in one way or another involved in designing the company's strategy and then translating it by turning previously set strategic initiatives into action plans, which are programs and projects. The strength of our team is best mirrored in the process of designing and translating strategy into projects, and later following each and every one of these projects, giving them structure, strength to resist changes, and taking good care of the resources used. Tracking projects in food retail industry means being involved in IT projects, expansion and acquisition, HR, sustainability, finance, marketing, and many other different branches of industry that all together make retail. And this is where our variety of interests come to play. Having to work with specialists from so many different branches of our company and still maintaining the significance of our role in the project success is a tremendous job that is done daily by our diligent team. This acronym is formed from 4 words that really signify what is it that our PMO does in a huge landscape of Ahold Delhaize and how it pervades all the existing parts of our company. Build signifies the strategic fragment of our department. Retail industry moves fast, and strategy needs to be revised ever so often. When this happens, that is where our team comes in play. We design workshops with stakeholders where we translate the strategy into projects with exact deliverables, timelines, milestones, and resources. Lead represents our role on the projects after we have shaped our strategy into programs and projects. Working closely with all the project owners and being the de facto intermediate between all involved parties. Inform is our responsibility to keep our company's environment as transparent as possible, following company's key strategic initiatives, having a clear picture at any point in time, and have it all in one place. Share is something that we as a PMO took on ourselves as we started spreading the influence of project management in our company. Sharing the knowledge, raising awareness of the essentials, as well as the more advanced methodologies of project management with our colleagues, help us run our daily tasks more smoothly, efficiently, and build a strong sense of significance for all of the stakeholders involved in projects. After all this work is done, it really is a bliss working in our project management office.
Our mission is to firmly embed disciplined and measurable project management practices into the corporate culture of Delhaize Serbia. We aim to do so to ensure that the project portfolio is harmonized and driven by our strategic framework. Project management is securing financial and non-financial value added. How? By providing the structure needed so team leaders can focus on delivering value. We promote structure and maintain a high level of accountability and structure in our projects. Continuous improvement and best practices of project management are applied to projects and available to all stakeholders. We encourage disciplined usage of our framework, procedure, and templates, but keep in mind to review and challenge them on a regular basis. Adjusting to better serve our stakeholders and even apply agile principles whenever that is possible is how we learn. Stakeholders at all levels of the organization have a clear understanding and firm engagement in respect of projects within the company and their involvement in them. A part of this culture is the big kick-off meeting we organize for all strategic initiatives. We just had one, and 80 people participated, including the executive leadership. In retail, the industry that never sleeps, changes are imminent, so we use every chance we get to work on building our capacities. Since projects are true drivers of change management, we have a change management specialist among us. Our shared knowledge in change management comes crucial since we deal not only with common changes like scope, schedule, or resource, and yes, we do log and request approval through a change management procedure. Of the highest importance are the changes that successful projects bring when they are completed. Notwithstanding government companies, we are the largest private company in Serbia when it comes to the number of employees. The vast complexity that needs to be covered for every single process change implemented by a project is why we cherish all of our process experts across the company. During the strategic cycle, we ensure that the corporate standards of project management of Ahold Delhaize and Delhaize Serbia are applied. Whether it is an IT project going through the predefined gates in a regional IT PMO procedure or a strategic initiative of Delhaize Serbia, we comply and maintain corporate standards. Together, we bring fresh inspiration for better living. This represents the purpose of our company. Since we are strategy and PMO combined, we represent the fresh part of our better strategy planning and execution. At Delhaize Serbia annually, we have a cycle that begins with the strategic framework of our group Ahold Delhaize. This year we were guided by the 5 pillars: omni-channel growth, technology, healthy and sustainable, portfolio and efficiency, and our people best talent. Upon presenting final reports of last year's strategic initiatives led by the PMO, together with the executive committee, we gathered all the relevant information about local specifics, our customers, and priorities for the local market. We designed a series of workshops with a broader top management team with goals to provide alignment with the strategic framework and the group. Clear criteria for project selection and prioritization drive our portfolio management. This year, we selected 11 strategic initiatives that range from new concepts in retail stores, expansion plans, people benefits, to digitalization. And since we are at the source, we have a very clear understanding of values these initiatives need to bring. This empowers us to adequately manage projects involving all organizational parts of our company, from VPs to store cashiers. And then all the accumulated project management experience from different industries our team shares comes to life. Team spirit is our key driver for mapping interdependencies among strategic initiatives and other projects. Constantly sharing information and cooperating inside PMO gives us the strength to really see the bigger picture and be on top of all changes, statuses, and relations in our portfolio. The project management procedure brought great progress in overall project management maturity, ensuring that we have a standardized methodology for all projects, harmonized approach and easy-to-use templates, enhanced communication, and company-wide cohesion. Clear ownership and empowerment come from the roles and responsibilities. These definitions are contained in our project management framework. All of us at PMO Delhaize Serbia use these definitions daily to promote and educate all of our colleagues that find themselves in roles such as project sponsor, project steering committee, project manager, team leader, or a team member. To ensure efficient project execution, we use Microsoft Project Plans for monitoring and a standardized reporting deck for transparency and synchronized reporting. We are especially proud of the progress we made in adjusting IT delivery with business needs. For strategic initiatives that take up most of resources, we use a resource matrix to show and fix over-allocated resources. Last but not least, we come to the organizational development. In order to promote project management values, we regularly conduct workshops to share our knowledge and spread the good word on managing projects to colleagues company-wide. We have already educated over 150 people in our training sessions designed to introduce theoretical knowledge from the PMBOK as well as practical exercises that help people grasp the concepts faster. We also regularly hold PMO Open Doors, where all our colleagues are welcome to share and learn. One of the most recent topics we covered was being involved in a project, a privilege or just another to-do. Through these sessions, we also found that people had a much higher performance when they realized how their work is affecting others in a project, and this synergy proved to deliver greater value. This all being said, our PMO has numerous roles in a vast landscape of different departments in Delhaize, Serbia. We are harmonizers. We ensure all projects are compliant to Delhaize Serbia and AHOL Delhaize standards and procedures. We serve as the strategic driver. We ensure alignment of our company strategy to the AHOL Delhaize strategy and actively participate in management of strategic projects. We provide project management support. With a large set of tools, templates, expertise, and best practice, we support our colleagues involved in projects throughout the company. Proud to be recognized as a PMO Center of Excellence, with an active role in yearly planning of company's project portfolio. We are a coordinator. We coordinate reporting, but also communication between team members of different projects, as well as resource allocation and leveling. And finally, we are enablers. This means we are building project management capacities within the company by raising awareness throughout workshops, trainings, and open door sessions. With our involvement, we increase the likelihood of successful outcome on our projects. And with all these different roles as project managers, we are making it happen.
It is with great pleasure that I'll take you through the results of some of many projects behind us. Our digital journey started with the implementation of SAP Retail. This enterprise resource planning system is the most important system in our organization as it caters all core functions: master data, purchasing, supply chain processes, ordering, payments, finance, and accounting. Given the nature of complexity and huge investment, it is perceived as the beginning of digitalization and the era of new processes. It was easy to assume people would adapt to the changes quickly. However, it became obvious that the biggest challenge still came from the end-user perspective, even though everything else had fallen in place. PMO governed change implementation, both from the system and people perspective, ensuring communication across functions to build trust and confidence, encourage active participation and optimization. It created basis for companies' further development, but also achievement of a competitive advantage in the market. Talking about transformation of the company, it was as important to create something new for the customers. The next step in our digital journey was to provide market-leading digital experience with our new e-commerce platform, SAP Hybris. Online shopping in food retail is growing exponentially by the year. We needed to improve the overall digital experience for our customers, upgrade service level and analytics capabilities, but also build a basis for future implementation of different fulfillment models, including but not limited to home delivery and click and collect. Hybris project was born. In order to articulate the objectives, PMO facilitated analysis of the current platform and its pros and cons, making sure all aspects of the online business are covered. Even though the business operated on a locally developed e-commerce platform, the solution was unstandardized, product picking was done manually without any automation, there was no link between the point of sale and the website, fulfilled orders were being delivered without any route optimization, and business model was heavily relying on lots of papers. Then we analyzed the customer experience and concluded that the final price was calculated on the day of delivery, instead of the day of ordering. There was no option to pay by card. No specialized promotions were tailored on the current site, and marketing sites for our banners was scattered all over different platforms, which led our business to conclusion that it should implement a new standardized solution and enhance a customer and employee journey. This project was run as a joint effort of both local and the regional stakeholders. PMO worked with 11 distributed teams across 7 countries, all grouped in 10 different streams. Our sponsors were both local and regional. Steering committee consisted of our local top management and regional IT and digital senior management. Our core team was multinational and based in Serbia, Greece, and Belgium. We had 2 business program managers and 1 PMO to handle 3 million euros of budget. Virtual team management was really challenging, but we took advantages of all latest technology solutions for collaboration and communication. SharePoint sites made it possible to collaborate in real time, editing the same file simultaneously and tracking all the changes. It took a little more effort to adjust to different time zones when scheduling the meetings, but we did manage to function as one team in all our diversity. What was important in the planning phase was to ensure proper structuring of the project prior to its execution. It meant that significant time was invested in clarifying the scope, creating the business case, appointing the leaders, assessing all the risks, and defining the governance. During the creation of risk assessment matrix, which we completed with the help of all team members, one of the biggest risks we flagged as high impact and medium probability was potential integration issues of SAP Retail and Hybris. SAP Retail data were a prerequisite for the functionalities of Hybris. We knew that since we relied on the team that was not under our direct control, that we needed a plan B to fall back on. Plotting our critical path, we defined a go, no-go date for the SAP Retail readiness. We also set aside enough time to replan integration of our legacy and Hybris. As we got closer to our go, no-go date, we revisited all the predefined risks during our regular Agile team meetings, as per our communication plan. We soon realized it was going to be a no-go. The tension started rising. Team members started arguing and blaming each other. But after one spontaneous team-building exercise, things started falling back into place. We started executing on Plan B, signed on an external consultant which was pre-approved in our budget. Our main goal was to onboard our consultant as fast as possible after our workshops were organized as to speed up the knowledge transfer. Including the consultant in our daily Agile meetings, we ensured that a fast team cohesion was created, resulting in on-time delivery. Scope creep was avoided even though business requests were piling on, by adhering strictly to the scope that was approved by the sponsors. One risk we did not foresee was a potential vulnerability during the security vendor risk assessment. Due to the fact that the transport management system was already being used in other operating companies within our corporation, we did not anticipate having security issues. However, this was not a case. Results of the penetration testing were disappointing for the team. We were left with no alternatives. Time was running out and we needed immediate reaction from our vendor. There was a solution, but it required additional funds. Referencing our mitigation plan didn't help us at that point. We needed a help from our sponsor and quickly escalated the issue. The choice was simple: spend more money or accept the risk and follow up. The risk was accepted, but it was down to PMO to follow through with the vendor until satisfactory security level was reached. After all was said and done, the lessons learned from the project have become invaluable to not only the project management office, but the whole company. Always use an internal launch with your employees as real-life testers before going live. Obligatory time reserves for security assessments need to be allocated from the get-go. Finally, good humor and team building beat stress every time. It was on a cold November day in 2018 that we launched Click and Collect as part of the Hybris convenience offering. This was the first time a customer of ours ordered online from their job and did not have to leave the cart to get all the groceries. That customer later on in the day spent 30 more minutes playing with their kids. Our online sales has increased 45% since. Today, the marketplace is highly competitive and consumer-driven. Improving our customers' user experience is a high priority. If their experience is not satisfactory, they might abandon our store permanently. One of the most significant factors that influence their shoppers' experience is their ability to find the items on their shopping list. Therefore, on-shelf availability, OSA, is the metric through which we measure our performance. By September 2018, OSA program, thanks to its multidisciplinary approach, helped us increase sales in our stores through the increase of on-shelf availability. PMO was in charge of structuring and monitoring the whole program consisting of 12 initiatives. Through elimination of all potential root causes of out-of-stock, process redesign varying from supply chain to store operation, software upgrades and operational implementation, we have achieved a significant boost in sales. Brick and mortar is still where a majority of our customers go and like to spend time in. With increasing capex investments year on year, Delhaize Serbia is counting on strong organic growth through new stores and the remodeling of existing ones. Our project management office oversees the whole program, working constantly on improving processes to save time, connecting a multitude of departments while at the same time raising flags early to solve the problems. Our agile approach enables us to react to changes on a daily basis, while still making sure the deadlines are being met. Since PMO started facilitating all changes, our company renovated a quarter of all stores in the network. We opened 32 new stores, tracking them as separate projects within the expansion program. It resulted in over 100,000 square meters of store space increase, having spent close to 40 million euros of capex. And we still have big plans until 2021, and that is to open 50 new stores. In the last 12 months, we opened 20 brand new stores and remodeled over 60 existing ones, so that we can be closer to our customers, thus enabling them to conveniently top up their daily baskets and save them time. In addition to that, the new stores provide a crucial source of fresh produce, which is chosen as a destination category and in line with our healthier eating strategy and our better neighbor promise. Due to many changes in the market and company itself, it becomes evident that our focus should be on people. In 2018, PMO was in charge of translating HR strategic objectives into project with clearly defined scope covering areas such as culture, employer branding, communications, and benefits for all employees, with one common goal, and that was to create a better place to work. PMO was the enabler of a company culture change, ensuring appropriate change management activities are defined and executed with the involvement of all employees. As a result, associate engagement score improved by 9% in only 1 year. It was once again proven that satisfied employees lead to satisfied customers when our Net Promoter Score jumped by 17% year on year. PMO supported a shift in corporate culture to stimulate savings and increase efficiency in all domains of our business. The purpose of this project was to generate additional funds to stimulate growth in key areas such as customer and employee satisfaction. We set up a cost-saving process consisting of 3 recurring steps. Step number 1, make a clear distinction between activities that are need to have and activities that are nice to have. Step number 2, optimizing key processes, especially in stores. Step number 3, optimizing costs through price negotiations. All departments were impacted with initiatives such as paperless, better procurement, operational optimization, supply chain excellence, resulting in savings that were invested in our customers in the following manner: price reduction, assortment enrichment, and investment in our stores. All of this created a better shopping experience for our customers and made sure our company remained number 1 in the market. As one of the leading food retailers in the world, continuity of our business operation is critical in so many ways. And although the need for an integrated approach was present across the group for a number of years already, the first time we were exposed to structured approach to business continuity management was in summer of 2017. It was then that through a series of workshops and meetings with experts from the Netherlands, we drafted the project of implementation of this system in Delhaize, Serbia. Upon going through all the approvals, we were full speed on the task. The BCM system in Delhaize, Serbia consists of 4 major pillars: emergency response planning, crisis management, business continuity planning, and on the IT side, disaster recovery planning and IT service continuity management. Thanks to a strict and disciplined project management approach, we have implemented the system in less than a year's time. In addition to full project planning, later on during the project execution, us from the PMO team have helped build the entire system structure, governance, templates, and artifacts. We have facilitated a series of business impact assessments with all department leaders in the company to identify critical processes, threats, and vulnerabilities that could impact our continued operations. It resulted in building organizational resilience and the capability for an effective response. A series of trainings and awareness sessions were held both for business and IT as part of build-up of a company-wide resilience increase. A year-long efforts culminated in preparation of an integrated disaster recovery exercise. This recovery exercise demonstrated our capability to maintain core functions and structure in the face of complete loss of our primary data site, which was verified and validated by a number of IT and business stakeholders involved in the exercise. Due to the structured approach and execution by the PMO team, the overall company's resilience maturity was increased by more than 400% through an independent assessment done by an external Big Four auditor. Unlike in most projects where handover to business usually follows successful project implementation, business continuity management became an integral of our department. This enterprise-level solution is now fully integrated into our daily duties and in everyday procedures of the entire company.
You have heard all about the setup of the Project Management Office here in Delhaize, Serbia, our history, achievements, and how we got to where we are now. The next logical question is, where do we go from here? When speaking of our next steps, we look in 3 directions: upcoming projects, further project management community build-up, and steps in continuous improvement of the way we operate. In a fast-paced, ever-changing environment of food retail, we must keep working hard to meet and exceed the expectation of our customers. We're picking up pace and reaching full speed with the project of implementation of a forecasting and replenishment tool. This tool will help us automate the process of ordering goods from our distribution center to our stores, thus liberating the hours our store managers currently spend on manual ordering and enabling them to better focus on the customers. We also expect major benefits in optimization of our total inventory and its faster rotation. At the same time, we are aware that if back in the day oil was gold, the gold of today is data. And in our business, this is customer data. Therefore, by end of 2019, we expect to launch our loyalty card, which will help us gather valuable insights on our customers, their shopping habits, and their preferences. In return, this will enable us to better tailor our special offers and promotions to the measure of a specific customer, and by doing so, keep our promise of being a better place to shop. Finally, the most important segment of our project portfolio, our strategic initiatives, remain in focus for the rest of 2019. Through these, we'll keep up our work on further differentiating our stores in supermarket and hypermarket formats and making the shopping experience faster, healthier, and more enjoyable. We'll also keep expanding our network and will get even closer to our customers in all parts of Serbia, while at the same time working on improvement of working conditions in Delhaize, Serbia to attract and retain the best talent on the market. Future success of our PMO depends on the tools we use and the extent to which we implement our methodology, but much more than that, it depends on how well we build our internal and external network of stakeholders and ambassadors, who will work with us and further promote the culture of successful project management in their own respective fields. We will keep training our associates in project management and injecting this fresh blood into our projects. 12,000 of associates working in our stores and distribution center provide an inexhaustible source of energy, potential, and inspiration. We have also started the design of an e-training in project management and expect to finish that in the coming 3 months, thus making the knowledge more accessible to our colleagues who find it difficult to travel to Belgrade to attend the training. We will keep boosting our capacities by investing time and energy in external partnerships. We have started the practice of conducting knowledge-sharing sessions with PMOs from some of the best companies in Serbia, and we will surely keep up with these synergies. One of the points in our 2019 ambition is providing project management assistance to one school and one kindergarten that the children of our employees attend. This may not give us financial returns, but brings great satisfaction, boosts team spirit, and spreads the good word. And finally, while we plant all these seeds for the years to come, we also need to work hard to keep our main stakeholders satisfied and engaged. We will continue the formal discussions with the member of our company's top management team to ensure that we are aligned with their perceptions of how our PMO can generate most value for them. Through our yearly PDCA, which is Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle of continuous improvement, we will reassure that we have just the right mix of PMO functions to best meet the needs of these key stakeholders. And then, just as we go through the summer and get back to the office well tanned and refreshed, we will start the preparations of the next yearly strategic cycle and we'll get ready for another ride and yet another great year. Thank you for your attention and for being with us through this short presentation in which we showed you just a glimpse of the life of project management superstars here in Delhaize, Serbia. We're looking forward to your feedback and see you in the finals.